Welcome, online viewers, to the Heyday Wake Boats Pro Watercross National Tour presented by Broward Motorsports. We're here at Atlantic City, New Jersey, watching some excellent racing action in the surf. My name's Kurt Nollenberg. Hope you stick with us. Thank you so much. I'm going to give a big shout out. The live web streaming is brought to you by Charleston, West Virginia. Thank you so much, the city of Charleston. We'll be seeing you in a few weeks. And, of course, our whole crew here wishes our online viewers a great day. We're having a phenomenal day of racing, lots of waves, lots of action. Look forward to seeing you later on in the day. Out on the track, Eric Gabriel continues to lead, far right-hand side of the course. I believe still in second position, Jason Lester. Lester's been there all race long. And it looks like Gabriel was able to pull out a little bit more of a lead. Jason Lester may have a little company coming up in Kelly Smith. Kelly Smith, that Team Faith rider, gave the devotional day. Great job, Kelly. Thank you so much. Eric Degler on the 88 in tow. And Brian O'Rourke down the front straightaway. Brian, got to be missing Monica today. Eric Gabriel taking the outside, making the turn onto the front straightaway. Gabriel not backing down a moment. He has got that IROC wide open. Check the air, check the air. Ooh, he rolls over it. Wise decision by Gabriel. Lester backing it out and pulling the trigger, getting some air, headed out to that green buoy. There goes Kelly Smith. Kelly Smith would like to make a move up. Eric Gabriel, though, class of the field here today. He got the whole shot and has not been headed. He is extending his lead down the U.S. Army back straightaway. Oh, the clouds are getting dark. It's getting menacing, and the waves are getting bigger. That would be junior ski stock 10 to 12, junior ski stock 13, 15 combined. You are up to the line next. Please get ready, bring your holders, and bring a lot of them. Kelly Smith starting to get a little more company from Eric Degler. Degler starting to reel in Smith. Oh, what's going on that back straightaway? That is Brian O'Rourke moving over, showing the great sportsmanship. He's letting Eric Gabriel by. Eric Gabriel is on a tear today, folks. He's making that outside split course work great. And I'll tell you what, the splits, as rough as it is, seem to be closer than they've been all weekend. White flag coming out. Eric Gabriel, he's been leading since the get-go. He got the whole shot and has just been pulling away for the rest of the race. Brian O'Rourke backing it down, letting Jason Lester by. Lester still in it. O'Rourke at the back of the pack right now. There goes his teammate, Kelly Smith. Kelly Smith has one lap to try and make a move up to get with Jason Lester. Checker flag out. Eric Gabriel, another race win. From the 42-year-old from Allenton, Michigan. Tell you what, a favorite in the pits. Eric Gabriel. doing the job. Eric, don't forget tech inspection. Second to Jason Lester. Third to Kelly Smith. Looks like fourth was to Eric Degler. Carson, you know who's on one? All right, on the line, junior ski stock 10 to 12. On the number 10 out of Manahawkin, New Jersey, Lucas Keene. On the 13 out of Cooper City, Florida, Sammy Nemi, Broward Motorsports sponsored. On the 295, Taylor Skellett out of Port Charlotte. On the 296, her brother Hayden Skellett. And on the 108, Chase Hyslop out of Toms River, New Jersey. Races started on the 116, Devin Farthing. And our junior ski stock 10 to 12-year-old and junior ski stock 13 to 15-year-olds is on the water. First ski race of the day. Looks like Hayden Skellett might have got the initial hole shot. Followed by Taylor. It's Skellett on the inside. Another Skellett on the inside. That's Sammy Nemi on the outside. Boy, I tell you what, that outside is working pretty good. Nemi is going to make that move on Taylor Skellett. So it's Hayden Skellett, Sammy Nemi, Taylor Skellett. Devin Farthing. Now Farthing is going to be scored separately, but he's in that fourth spot. That's followed by Chase Hyslop out of Toms River, New Jersey. And then Lucas Keene out of Manahawkin. Coming off the back straightaway, Hayden Skellick going to take that inside. Let's see what Nemi does. The outside worked for him last time. Hayden Skellick tearing up that inside. This young man making good moves, clean corners, wrapping around the backside of the buoy to maximize his acceleration. Hayden Skellick is tearing it up, folks. Here comes Nemi. Nemi on the front straightaway, but that time the inner course definitely looked faster. Devin Farthing moving up into that third position, pushing Taylor Skellick back to fourth. On the back straightaway, Hayden Skellick extending his lead. Sammy Nemi about 3/4 the length of that U.S. Army back straightaway behind. And almost an equidistant, here comes Devin Farthing. Devin Farthing has Taylor Skellick in tow. Up next, folks, race number 4. Amateur ski stock ski 4-stroke. Please start gathering your holders. Amateur ski stock, we need Kelly Smith, Matthew Vitrano, Connor Rutchuk, Dawson Newby, Brett Underhill, and ski 4-stroke Sean Miles, all headed towards the line with their boats and their holders. Thank you very much. Hayden Skellick taking this race by storm, and he just continues to move forward. I'll tell you what, Sammy Nemi is no slowpoke, but today Hayden Skellick has got this course wired. And speaking of wired, we wouldn't be up here all wired in if it weren't for our sponsors. Of course, Heyday Wake Boats. As always, Broward Motorsports, Sammy Nemi's sponsor. Shark Energy, U.S. Army, Yamaha, Sea-Doo, Jet Trim, SCATRAC, Watcon.com, HydroTurf, and as always for our live web streaming, Charleston, West Virginia. Thank you for all that you do. And of course, locally, our thanks to go out to the Atlantic City Sports Commission, the City of Atlantic City, and of course our own host hotel, the Showboat. All right, halfway through, and here comes Hayden. Once again, race number 4. We need you to the line. Amateur ski stock and ski 4-stroke, please. We are halfway through this race.
Man, you're reading my mind. Not sure what Can you grab me a water, please? Can you grab me a water, please?
Gotta tell you, the water's looking dark, a little sinister with those clouds coming over. But the racing is awesome out there. Hayden Skellett down the front straightaway. Sammy Nemi in tow. Devin Farthing still in that third spot. Taylor Skellett coming down the front straightaway, and I believe I saw her limping around this morning, so I don't know. She's feeling her best today, especially in this rough water conditions. White flag, 1 lap to go. Chase Hyslop moved up in that 4th place position. So it's Hayden Skellett, Sammy Nemi, Devin Farthing, Chase Hyslop. Taylor's in 4th? Thank you. And there is our 4th place rider, Taylor Skellett. Yeah, right behind now, that's a 108 to Chase Hyslop. And the checkered flag comes out. Hayden Skellett with a wire-to-wire win. All right, folks, give him some applause when he comes to the beach. 2nd position, Sammy Nemi. Well, I'll tell you what, the surf getting rough. Those dark clouds descending. I don't know if you guys can see this online, but it's an ominous day with some great racing by our junior ski stock. Well, you got to love that. Lucas Keene borrowing Brett Underhill's gear. He comes in, strips down, they switch it, and they're going to get Brett Underhill out here for our amateur ski stock. Speaking of which, in the amateur ski stock class on the number 5 machine out of Ludington, Michigan, on the Kawasaki, sponsored by Team Faith, Fly Racing, WPS Pirelli, KTM, Jetlift, Pro Watercraft Racing, Amsoil, Jet Dynamics, M&M Marine, Sunstar, Tubeless, Liquid Performance, Kelly Smith. On the number 108 Kawasaki out of Hicksville, New York, sponsored by Jet Renew, CT Watercraft, Jet Trim, Slasher Graphics, Pro Watercraft Racing, and Champion Honda, Matthew Vetrano. On the 115 Yamaha out of High Point, North Carolina, self-sponsored, sponsored by Mom and Dad, Connor Richick. On the 316 out of Kawasaki out of Eaton, Colorado, sponsored by Team Faith, Fly Racing, Olin's USA, Pirelli Moto, KTM USA, Western Power Sports, Ames Oil Incorporated, Jet Lift, True Belt Trailers, Affordable Heating and Air Conditioning, SSI Decals, Wiseco, Exceed Wetsuits, Ross Products, Industrial Machine and Tool, and Stamen Suzuki, it's Dawson Newby. Rounding out the field in amateur ski stock on the 417 out of Pensacola, Florida. Riding the Yamaha, sponsored by Jet Trim, Scat Trek, Rios Products, Pensacola Motorsports, Brett Underhill. And in the ski four-stroke class, our lone competitor on a 212 Kawasaki, that is the new SXR four-stroke out of Venice, Florida, is Sean Miles. Miles, sponsored by Broward Motorsports, Jet Lift, HydroTurf, Fly 360, and Jet Tribe. All right, we are ready to go. Amateur ski stock, ski four-stroke. All riders on the line, ready to go. This looks like it'll be an eight-lap event. Amateur ski stock. Boats are fired up. Great start, a lot of air, looking good so far. These riders charging headlong into these waves, some of them braking right at the start line. Looks like Kelly Smith with the hole shot off of the outside. Dawson Newby in that second position, so the teammates, first and second right now. Yeah, it's Matt Vetrano in that third position, followed by Brett Underhill, and in fifth, Connor Richick and Sean Miles. Didn't see that. I'll take a look back out there. Kelly Smith coming off, going to make a choice. He's choosing the outside split. Boy, yesterday it was all inside. Today, a lot of the leaders are choosing the outside. Top three have gone outside and going to the inside. Brett Underhill choosing the inside. Let's see how that works out. It's going to be close. Underhill's nice moves on that inside, but boy, it sure seems like it is a little rougher. And as we say that, Matt Vetrano goes down. Underhill gets by, but Vetrano is back up. He'll be challenging again. Underhill headed into the waves. straight up into the air and brings it down. Kelly Smith making the turn onto the back straightaway. Smith onto the U.S. Army back straight, but right behind him, Dawson Newby. Kelly Smith knows he can't give any quarter. Dawson Newby will be there to take it. Both of them very friendly on Team Faith until they get on the water. All right, far left-hand side of the course, Kelly Smith making the turn onto the front straightaway. And I'll tell you what, Dawson Newby is starting to reel in Kelly Smith, a little here, a little there. And Brett Underhill doing the same. I'll tell you what, Brett Underhill is a man on the move right now. Oh, Underhill goes down, the announcer's curse, but he's back up and running again. Boy, in these conditions, things can change in a hurry. So it's Smith, Newby, Underhill. Vetrano. Yes, sir. Attention holders. All of our holders throughout the day, there was a GoPro that lost on the line. I know it's not much of a chance, but if you step on something square and expensive, could you pick it up and bring it up to the Tower of Power, please? All right, amateur ski stock. Halfway flags are out. Race number 5. Veterans runabout, box stock. Jason Lester, Kevin Kennedy, and Tony Savage. Make your way to the line with your holders, please. What? Boy, talk about the fountain of youth, Kevin. Kelly Smith making the turn onto the front straightaway. Halfway flags were out, so the second half of the race going on. Boy, second and third, Dawson Newby and Brett Underhill has started to pack it in. Top 3 all within one buoy. Far right-hand side of the course, and Underhill goes down. He sticks with the boat, though. He's got it. Yeah, he's got it running. He's up again. Well, I tell you, in these hot, rough surf conditions, things can change second to second, moment to moment. So this is what we've got. Kelly Smith, followed by Dawson Newby, and then Brett Underhill. I believe Matt Vetrano still in that 4th spot, followed by Connor Richuck. Connor Richuck making a move past Matt Vetrano. Kelly Smith coming down at the end of the Showboat front straightaway. Dawson Newby in second. Brett Underhill in third. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Our leader took the outside split, Kelly Smith. Everybody followed. I am amazed. Smith lapping up into the field. Far right-hand side of the course, the action is getting crazy. We've got, Ryder down. I believe that's Sean Miles out there. I can't see for sure. There's Connor Richick and Brett Underhill as well. Everybody's back up and running. So Kelly Smith way out in front now. Dawson Newby in second, getting by a lapped rider. Yeah, I think that's Connor Richick. Kelly Smith getting the checkered flag. Wow, so Dawson Newby looks like to me from up here, and once again, everything from the Tower of Power is officially unofficial. Check the pit board later, but looked like Dawson Newby at the very end of that was able to pick off Kelly Smith. So the two teammates swapped it out there at the very end. It's Newby, then Smith, followed by Brett Underhill, Vitrano, and Connor Richick. And, of course, Sean Miles in Ski Four-Stroke by himself. Coming to the line now, veterans runabout box stock. Boy, veterans runabout box stock in this rough water. It's going to be interesting, folks. See Juan Rada coming over to help out. Veterans runabout box stock ready to go on the number 44, Jason Lester. On the 157, Kevin Kennedy. On the 902, Tony Savage. Jason Lester getting a huge air and a drive on the outside. Tony Savage getting some air here going sideways. Kevin Kennedy direct like a laser out there. Kennedy and Lester going to battle for the hole shot. And Lester has it. Kennedy in tow, followed by Savage. Jason Lester coming off the back straightaway. Looks like Tony Savage having a problem finding the course out there. And at this point, Jason Lester saying, hey, hold on a minute. I'll come around and show you the way. All right, green flag. It is a clean start. Lester, Kennedy, and Savage. That's your top three. No. Yes, Lester. Yeah, Lester, Kennedy, and Savage. Boy, these rough water conditions. Jason Lester, your race leader, coming by, lapping Tony Savage. Savage now has somebody to follow who's getting lost on the course. Did the appropriate thing, says wait. Looks like he's having a mechanical problems looking down at his boat. There it is. Here comes second position, Kevin Kennedy. Savage looking over. Looks like he's going to bring it in, having some issues with that number 902 machine. That's unfortunate. Savage, newer competitor coming all the way from Forney, Texas, but something is not right with that machine. He's having some issues. Jason Lester has been tearing this course up. He's got about a half a lap lead on Kevin Kennedy. And I'll tell you what, Kevin Kennedy looks motivated. It's a little rough on his in his age group. He's doing a great job of keeping that machine planted to the water and minimizing his air time. Up next, Sports Stock. Sports Stock, you guys are up next. Christian Daly, Keith Dill, Anthony Corson, Ken Waddle, Eric Gabriel, Bobby Cardone, Joshua Noah, and Jeff McPhail. You guys need to head to the line. There's your leader, Jason Lester. I said Lester, not Chester. Boy, Lester got the whole shot, and he hasn't looked back. And frankly, Kevin Kennedy is doing a great job keeping that boat wicked up out there with Lester. Is just boiling the water, folks. Oh, we got sport boats coming. Whoa, Keith Dill showing off a little bit, having some fun before the races get going. Here comes Lester. White flag out, 1 lap to go. Jason Lester. Lester powering through these waves. And speaking of waves, I'll tell you what, if you want to do some wave surfing or wakeboarding, you need to go get yourself a Heyday. Stop over and stop off on your pay date and pick up a Heyday. That's right. For less than an SUV, you can have a boat that'll carry 10 to 12 of your family out there. Great family boat, superior wakeboarding and wake surfing boat. I'll tell you what, every amenity you could want comes stock on that thing. A soundbar system, center or side console, depending on what you want to do. And of course, we thank Heyday and Ben for coming out yesterday. We appreciate that. On the water, Jason Lester with the win. Kevin Kennedy in second. And unfortunately, Tony Savage having a mechanical, having to bring that boat in. Boy, the surf getting rougher and rougher. The clouds are getting closer. It is definitely raining further out on the horizon there. What is that up there? That is? Oh, that must be a container ship. Yeah, okay. Big, that's a big one. Right, that's like, is there an island out there? Big one. 700 footers. Yeah. Right there. Yeah, exactly.
I thought you meant to the left.
No.
That's these little flits.
No.
That's
Those
20, 30 miles offshore.
Yeah. Is it really that far?
Oh, yeah. It's probably 20 miles.
Like 3 city blocks.
All right, we're trying to get everybody down on the line. We've got a lot of boats in this sports stock. If anybody feels like holding, this would be a great time to run to the line. They're going to need all the holders they can get down there.
Give them a whistle and a flag, Norm. Give them a whistle and a flag. Keep moving. nothing like having a world champion come out and help you with the boat. Craig Warner, helping salvage. Oh, you think you got that much water? Oh, yeah.
Sports Stock. We got them fired up, ready to go. On the pole, that number 5 boat, Christian Daly, waiting for somebody to hold him. Thank you so much. Keith Dill on the 14th, Anthony Corson in the 58, 95 Ken Waddle, and the 130 of Eric Gabriel. The 239 of Bobby Cardone, the 833 of Joshua Noah, and the 910 of Jeff McPhail. McPhail not making the line. I see him here on the beach. Race has started. Keith Dill got up and over faster than anyone. Watch the air. And they're gone. Keith Dill holding his line. He got a whole shot. Let's see who's pulling it on the left there. That's Christian Daly on the HX. I'll tell you what, these conditions definitely favor the Sea-Doos. The longer, thinner hulls cut through this chop. They stay hooked up and drive right through it. So Daly going to the inside, Dill going to the outside. Daly on fire on the inside. Look at him push that Sea-Doo hard. Keith Dill going to come from the outside, but Daly's got the hole shot. Eric Gabriel in that 3rd spot. Christian Daly. Boy, I'll tell you what, Keith Dill was definitely first off the line, but Christian Daly able to use that long Sea-Doo HX hull, cut through those waves, and just accelerated away. I'll tell you what, Keith Dill's got his work cut out for him today on that modified blaster hull. Eric Gabriel coming like a pack of wild dogs in that 3rd spot. Look out, Keith Dill. Eric Gabriel has you in his sights. And speaking of which, Gabriel going to the inside, Dill to the outside. Gabriel throwing that HX sideways. Dill doing everything he can, but look at Gabriel. Dill's going to be on the straightaway first. Here comes Gabriel. He definitely gained some ground in that one. Dill making the turn. Daly out front, far right-hand side. Christian Daly. He was first across the line. He is using that Sea-Doo to maximum advantage right now. Keith Dill in 2nd on that Yamaha Blaster. In 3rd, Eric Gabriel once again on the Sea-Doo HX. In that 4th spot, Ken Waddle out of Davie, Florida. He's followed by Bobby Cardone. Cardone out of Port Charlotte. Daly going to town. Daly on the outside. Dill following, as does Gabriel. So the top 3 are using the outside. Gabriel deciding, hey, I'm going to follow Dill on the outside, see if I can't pick him up later in the racetrack. Keith Dill down the front straightaway. Christian Daly down the front straightaway, coming off of the back straightaway, going to the inside split. Daly liking that inside split. Dale has Eric Gabriel all behind him, but this lap, I don't know where Christian Daly did it, but he pulled out huge amounts of real estate. Daly down our showboat front straightaway, lead definitely in hand. Here comes second and third. Keith Dill, Eric Gabriel, these two have battled. Oh, hand in the air. What is Gabriel saying? Eric Gabriel stretching his left hand in the air. I don't know if he's trying to get some movement off of the tether or what, but here comes Gabriel making a move on Dill. Dill doing everything he can, but Gabriel's got that HX just wicked up. Watch him on the back straightaway. Oh, Dill got a great drive. Daly once again taking the inside, getting the halfway flags as he comes across cleanly. Dill going inside and Gabriel going outside. Folks, watch the split course. Keith Dill on the inside. Eric Gabriel on the outside. Dill going to make the turn, but Gabriel going to be on the straightaway first. He may get up ahead of steam. He will. Oh, Gabriel taking over second position from Keith Dill. As they head out, whoa, getting air, getting sideways. Eric Gabriel went vertical, then sideways, and just recovered in time. Christian Daly is in another zip code. He's in another time zone. Christian Daly just took off. We got a rider down on the back straightaway. Think that might be Anthony Corson out there, but can't see from here. So your leader coming down the showboat front straightaway, Christian Daly out of Carmel, Indiana, aboard that C2HX is gone. Now that Gabriel's got by Dill, he's going to set his sights on Daly. I don't think there's enough time, though. Christian Daly is like a man possessed again.
Oh.
Having an issue here.
What's going on? What's Gabriel trying to say? Oh, wonder if he gets it. Couple of times, you know.
Wow! Eric Gabriel on fire down that back straightaway. That C2 is hooked up and cooking. Meanwhile, your leader off of the front straightaway, heading back out towards the open ocean. Here comes Eric Gabriel making a left on the front straightaway. Behind him, Keith Dill. These two have battled all race long. Air for Gabriel. And Dill able to roll over the top of that one. Yeah, that's Ken Waddle out there on the black Blaster. Waddle in that fourth spot. He's been there all race long. He's got a couple of riders that would love to take that position away from him. 2-lap sign going to Christian Daly right now. I don't know that Daly sees it. He's concentrated on these huge rollers coming in. Daly going to be up into lap traffic just as he finishes this race. The battle really raging now, and has been, between Eric Gabriel, Keith Dill, far left-hand side of the track. Both riders taking the outside. Here comes Gabriel. He'll make the turn onto the front straightaway. Dill coming up behind him. So Eric Gabriel is starting to distance himself. Your leader slicing through lap traffic like it's not there. Christian Daly just really on fire. He is locked, cocked, ready to rock. He won Moto number 1. Don't know about 2. And getting the white flag. One more lap to go for Christian Daly, excuse me. Eric Gabriel and Keith Dill continue to battle. Gabriel way out in front now. He looks back and sees Keith Dill there. They're both getting a white flag. And your leader coming off the back straightaway. Your leader just now going to the inside split, almost 3/4 a lap ahead of second place. And here he comes, Christian Daly, your wire-to-wire winner. What a great job by him. And he's so happy about it, he's going to do a victory lap. So the battle now, there is no battle. Eric Gabriel is gone. He just hit the afterburners. He's way out in front now with Keith Dill in that third spot. Gabriel, one more buoy to go. And he'll come down the front straightaway for second position in this moto. Keith Dill just kind of driving it through. So Waddle comes by, Ken Waddle, and then Keith Dill. And Keith is in third place. Of course, Waddle is a lap down. All right, amateur runabout box stock. We got boats in the water. They're waiting. Jason Lester, Anthony Figueroa, Michael Borges, Juan Rada, and Tony Savage. Boy, and folks, as we get this amateur runabout box stock class on the line, it's going to take us a little bit for sure. We need lots of holders up here, please. Want to give a big shout out and just to let everybody know online you are watching round number 5 of the Heyday Wakeboat Pro Watercross National Tour. It is presented by Broward Motorsports. We're here at Atlantic City, New Jersey. Right behind us, the historic boardwalk. Our thanks go out, of course, to the Atlantic City Sports Commission, the City of Atlantic City, and the Showboat Hotel. Thanks so much for having us. We wouldn't be doing the live web streaming. What? Oh, you just saying hi? That's Richard Ignacio. We call him Maverick. Live streaming 24/7. That's your man. And speaking of live streaming, of course, the city of Charleston, West Virginia, sponsored the live stream all year long. We thank you very much. Boy, having a great day of racing. There's rough conditions out there. Makes for a great show to watch. It's tough on the riders, but these are full-on competitors. We got the pro show coming up pretty soon. Right now on the water, on the line, is an amateur runabout box stock. 800 pounds, 300 horsepower. On the number 44 machine, the Yamaha, sponsored by JBL Med 1, HDD, Riva, Jet Pilot, Jet Trim, IPD Graphics, Wonderland, Shoei, Ogio, Spy, and EVS, Jason Lester. Out of Boston, Mass, on the Kawasaki number 69, sponsored by Ski Villains, CT Watercraft, and Gamello Racing, Anthony Figuera. On the number 88, out of in Union, New Jersey, sponsored by Borges Towing, Jetlift, Stacy Barbershop, Michael Borges. On the number C1 Kawasaki, out of Medellin, Colombia, sponsored by Liquid Militia, WWR Products, HydroTurf, RonnieMac.com, it's Juan Rada. And rounding out the field, unfortunately, having mechanics, Tony Savage from Forney, Texas, not able to join us on the line.
Who is it? Okay.
All right, so that drops us down. Oh, boat's going sideways. Having some issues. And off they go. Juan Rada hitting air, sky shotting. As he's doing that, Michael Borges trying to hold it down. A three abreast as they go over these waves. Rada in position. And Rada going to get the hole shot with Borges. Oh, Borges pushing hard, but Jason Lester making a move on the inside. Lester going to take over second from Borges. So it's Rada, Lester, Borges, all three of them taking the outside. Juan Rada making the turn, but I'll tell you what, Jason Lester really sticking that boat to the water. Look out, Juan Rada. Jason Lester is knocking on your back door. Boy, as we watch him go through, Juan Rada, we affectionately call him the Canadian Colombian, having that C1 boat. Look at Lester. Lester doing everything he can to try and catch up close enough. Here we go. Lester going to follow Rada, surprisingly. Borges, let's see, he's going to go outside as well. So top three all taking the outside split. Juan Rada making the turn on the showboat front straightaway. Rada keeping this thing hooked up and starting to accelerate. Now he's starting to pull away from Lester. I don't know if he knew that Lester was that close in that first lap. Rada looked over his shoulder, saw Lester there. He's pulling that trigger a little bit harder. Wouldn't surprise me if he's using a zip tie on that throttle right now. Juan Rada still taking the outside. Lester tried the inside, didn't assist. Oh, Borges had a mechanical, but he's back up again. I say had a mechanical. He might have hit the eject button, but he's on the boat and driving away now. So first and second are going to lap third. Apparently, we'll see what happens when Borges gets on that back straightaway with Rada in tow. Juan Rada making a move. He is hooking that boat up. Oh, and Borges going way wide. I think he's going to let these two go by. So Borges takes the outside, Rada going to the inside, and Lester going outside. Now Lester might be able to make a move. Rada looking smooth on the inside. I'll tell you what, Juan Rada having a hooking this boat up. He's having a great ride. Remember, Lester won motor number 1. Rada was second. Rada now getting there, staying straight, trying to pull away as he passes Borges. Lester going to have to get by Borges here. And Borges does the sportsmanlike thing, moves way off to the side, lets the 2 leaders by. Great job by Michael Borges. Unfortunately, he had the issue, but he does the right thing. Speaking of the right thing, it's the right hand that's got the throttle, and Juan Rada is gripping it like a pair of vice grips right now because Jason Lester is right there behind him. Lester coming up from behind. Rada going outside, so goes Lester. Lester trying to make a charge. Rada is going to come out front, and I'll tell you what, Rada's going to see that white flag before Lester does. One more lap if Juan Rada can keep Lester behind. Look at Lester accelerating on the inside. Wow, that's going to be close. Jason Lester added a cylinder on that last lap. He was really going fast down the straightaway. Look out, Juan Rada. If Lester can stay next to you on that back straight, it is going to be close. Lester trying to stay out of the pump wash, set up for a good drive on the back straightaway, and he gets it. Rada out there, but look at Lester. Look at the speed of Lester down that back straightaway. Lester holding on. Rada slowed down. Lester trying to dive inside. Doesn't have quite enough. Rada going outside, and Lester's going to follow. Rada going a little wide. Boy, I'll tell you what, he is opening the door, and Lester going to drive through it if he keeps doing it, and he does! Jason Lester makes the pass and wins the race. Juan Rada. And Rada headed on the wrong side of the merge buoy. Unfortunate there. Here comes Michael Borges. Folks, we need a hand. Before we start the next race, we need to have some holders or others come on down. Before we start Pro-Am GP, we need to move that tower out. This is a good opportunity. If we can have some help from all the racers and holders, we need about 8 to 10 people to safely move that tower out. And folks, we'd really like to do it safely. We appreciate you coming down, so holders, everybody down on the beach, if you're wet already, can you come on over, give us a hand. We'll grab that tower, move it out to about 10, 15 feet, and hopefully be able to use it for the rest of the day that way. Jeff McPhail, I'm sorry you didn't get to ride, brother. Can you give us a hand with that tower? Awesome. We can have a few more volunteers come on out and help us to move that tower. We might even give you our eternal thanks.
Here we are at round one of the Pro Watercross Tour in Pensacola Beach, Florida. We've got a beautiful day, some rough seas out there, and a lot of good competitors.
You know, racing in the ocean or the Gulf like we hear today, it's kind of like, you know, snowcross or supercross, but the problem is the waves and the water is always changing. So you can never time everything the same each lap.
Whoever gets to 20 laps first is your winner. There's a lot of banging, a lot of bumping, some people coming off, hitting the water. You know, at the surf races, we get a lot of jumps. You know, people are getting air. You know, we might be racing in 7-foot surf. We might be racing in 3-foot chop.
Basically trying to build the sport up, you know, to where it used to be. And so there's a lot of pressure in that, but it's fun, you know, and you see these guys coming into the sport now and these younger kids, and it's good to see.